Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the super hyped Sh Figuarts New York Comic Con exclusive Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Vegito, or for short, Super Saiyan Blue Vegito. If this is your first time watching, I do an overall score of 50. There's 5 different categories. They're all out of 10. First impressions, paint, quality, accessories, articulation. This guy, we're going to get right into it. First impressions, I mean, come on, man. It's Vegito. It's Super Saiyan Blue Vegito. The box is... I even got this. I got this with us today. Because look, this is an event exclusive. And look how small this box is. It's hype because of the figure that was in it. But even the box here looks cool. And then like you have accessories that we're going to get into. But the first impressions out of the box, I mean, come on. I think first impressions for this guy, it's got to be a 10 out of 10. To me, he just radiates just a really cool factor. And this is a figure that when you see it, you're like, I want this figure. Like, I gotta have him. It's Super Saiyan Blue Vegito. That's probably going to get said a lot in this video, because I'm going to justify this ranking a lot, and I'm probably going to accidentally do some glazing, but hey, you know, it's Super Saiyan Blue Vegito. So first impressions is a 10. Let's get directly into the paint, try to make this fast. So the one thing with these figs, and I don't know how noticeable it is on camera as compared to real life, it's a little bit different. I think on camera he's a tad bit more tan. The thing is, he's a little bit pale in the skin area. They've also done something a little bit different with the paint. I think somebody called this the oiled up Vegito. So, you know, that's great. Yeah, you got oiled up Vegito. I think, though, in person, the actual skin tone is very pale, and then the clothes have this kind of like sparkly effect to them that, yeah, you can see it right there on the back. It actually looks good, at least on this guy. I know that they did it with the Jiren and a Trunks, and in this guy for sure, but I don't know if they did it with anybody else. But I know they did it with those 3, and at least on him, I know it looks really good. I don't know how it looks on the Jiren and Trunks in person, but this guy looks solid. The hair, it looks fine. It's a good blue. The outfit all looks even. The belt matches the hair. And I don't know, everything makes sense. I've even noticed on the Potara earrings, there's no weird paint bleeding happening. You take off the face piece here, and it's translucent, but it's at least painted enough that it doesn't look like it's popping through and messing up. Small warning whenever you put these guys' heads on. This has the sharpest hair of any figure that I've ever had. This guy will stab you. It's like a crime. I'm pretty sure that he is legally classified as a knife, and they just sold him as a badass looking fig. That's my take. But I mean, even like the boot area, well painted. I did notice, so in here, there's like a little splotching, and I'm not sure if that's necessarily from the actual paint job or if it's like from articulation, like a stress mark, because you can see where these two would have rubbed together. Not a fan of that, but I'm not gonna dock too many points for that because it's not something that's super noticeable. But it even kind of does it up here in the front a little bit, where there's these lines where if you like the first little bit of articulation you do, you can notice some lines. I've also noticed an articulation base stress point is, get this to focus, okay, right there on the thigh, and I think that's from like the up and down crunches, and not the biggest fan. There's also a little splotch in here. The thing is, those are all so small that I can't like dock him that many points for like the smallest little things. So I'm gonna give him a 9, because other than those little splotch points that are kind of hard to tell, other than maybe this front bit on the leg, everything else is really well painted, and I think he looks good. I might be being too generous with the 9, but to me, everything else looking good, and then like those paint points kind of being more articulation based than like paint based, just based on like evidence from where the stress is happening and from the articulation. I would say that that's an art, like, I would say that's more of a quality issue, maybe, or it could just be my fig. You guys might not have the same issue. Perfect transition though. I'm gonna give him a 9 on the paint, but we're gonna talk about the quality. Other than those little bits, this guy feels amazing. All of the faces, well, okay, the effect is really well done. That was probably so loud. Super well done effect. The figure, immaculate. He's not like super tight, not super loose. There's a little like tactile sound whenever you move his leg, but it's not like a groan that you would hear. It's like, let me see if I can get you guys to hear this. It's nothing that is gonna like cause a ton of wear and tear, and I appreciate that. So I would say he's fine quality wise. You have a really well done effect piece, also well painted. I've already got the hand in here because I am going to pose him at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. You got all his hands, you have different faces, and they're all well done. So to me, quality, I think I probably would have given him a 10 if I'm being honest, but I feel like those paint marks are more like less so paint related, because I don't feel like this guy came with these stress lines. I think that these stress lines were caused from literally like before recording the video, getting him out and just kind of like moving him around a little bit and doing like a little bit of a preemptive how do I want to start this video thing, because I was going to start him in a really cool pose, decided to go against that and have him kind of stood up like I have him now. I'm going to give the quality a 9. Fight me. Other than literally those paint marks, it's a 9. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not, if anybody wants to debate that in the comments, please do. Maybe I'm being too generous, but to me, he's a 9. I think that it's a 9. Everything else is quality other than those little paint marks that are really hard to notice in person. I don't know if the camera is accentuating them. Watching this back, I might see him and be like, oh my god, this is horrible. But for now, he's a 9. So, you know, I'm gonna, it's my channel. I'm gonna give him the ranking I like. I gotta justify all the money that I spent on him. So let's see. Next up is accessories. This guy, we talked about the UI Goku and the lack of accessories. If you want, you can go watch that review. It's kind of rusty because I'm now getting back into this, and these are my first couple of reviews. But I did diss on him a lot for not having accessories. This guy, top-notch accessories. Hang on. All right, so obviously you have your face and your little fisty hands here, right? And also this little hair piece can pop off like so, and it can be put on. Let's just look here. It can be put on one of his many faces. The two that have the little hose there. You have like a little gritty face that's looking to the side, and you have a screaming face. You then have a screaming face looking to the side. Screaming face that's looking to the side already has hair on it that cannot be removed. That will be used for the pose at the end of the video. And I think it goes hand in hand with the lightning blast. So face-wise, beautiful. Really good faces. I would say probably, I don't know, I'd say just super quality faces. You also have a lightning blast effect. That already has the lightning pieces in it, thank God, because some of these guys, and we will see, I'm not sure if I'm going to upload the Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku yet. Technically, if I was going to do it in order of what I recorded, I would, but I don't know. I kind of moved the desk around that way I could get some of the Pokemon stuff out of the way, so I may upload this one first and then re-record, just for full transparency. That one came with a Kamehameha Blast that required you to do a lot of work, and you know, sometimes you don't want to do a lot of work, and then I get tired of it, so I don't actually put all of the blast pegs in. But yeah, I mean, this guy, his lightning effect comes with them all in there. I already have a hand in there. The hand isn't easy. The hand, I'm pretty sure, has the peg on it, and you just slot it in, and it's see-through, so it's really hard to notice whenever you actually have him posed. He also comes with this hand, which is kind of odd, but it goes with the blast effect. He has the typical, like, grippy hands. He has your SH Figuarts blast hands. You have your, again, like I said, the grippy hand. You have, let's see what else you have. Oh, a patented Vegito moment. The come get some hand. The hand that you give to someone when you're about to, like, you know, lay a can of whoop ass down. Then you have your, I guess he doesn't actually instant transmission, but this is technically an instant transmission hand. I think this is more for whenever he's like using the spirit sword technically, but whatever. Or I guess, is he the one that uses the spirit sword, or is that Trunks? I know that Vegito has like a sword-esque move, but you go to war in the chat. Let's move him to the side just real quick, that way I can show this off. The aura effect. He also has an aura effect. I said that if the Goku had an aura effect, that would jump, like, it would jump it up so many points, and he didn't even need a blast effect. He just needed the aura. This guy has the blast effect and the aura and the extra heads and the extra hands. Accessories are going to be a 10, dude. There's no way that I can't give that a 10. You're getting so much. Literally so many options. It's an expensive fig. It's an event exclusive. If you get it, it's going to be kind of hard to get. You're going to spend a little bit of money. But you're getting what you're paying for. You are making money out of this. Like, you are genuinely getting good accessories that you can use with other figures. I mean, it's a cool blue charge-up. Somebody else has a blue charge-up in Dragon Ball, surely. Blue Goku, for example. Blue Vegeta, who right now is $35. So by getting this and having that charge-up, you've enhanced every $35 blue charge-up figure that you can think of. Just through that. I mean, come on, man. It's a no-brainer to me. The accessories are a 10. These are the best accessories that I have seen so far, especially on this channel. It's the second video. But arguably the best accessories that I've seen out of any SH Figuarts that I've had so far. So if you're shopping for accessories, shop this guy. Like, this is the one. Let's get these out of the way, because up next is articulation. I love me some articulation. So we'll start ground up. Foot, he's got a little bit of a bend, not a ton of a bend, and he really doesn't go down very much. Barely any swivel at all. I would honestly not move it past what I did. He can go down a little bit, and let me see if this is one where you can kind of pull the foot out and go down a little bit more. Not really. So the feet aren't doing it. And he can go up about that much. So yeah, articulation on the foot so far not great. Double bend on the knees. He has a really good thigh swivel. Some of these guys, their thigh swivel is so tight that you just can't even move it. For example, if I was just gonna go look at one real quick. Okay, this guy has great articulation, but his thigh swivel is extra difficult to move, and I'm a little bit scared every time I do so. And this is a review that's going to be coming soon. Stay tuned for that. Super hype fig. But yeah, his thigh swivel is really good. He can kick up really well. He can kick back perfectly. I mean, if he wanted to kick a cloud, this is the guy. I mean, come on. You're not going to get better than that. So that is definitely good. Splits wise, not bad. Especially for, I think this is the 2.0 body. Solid splits. Everything feels smooth. He does have a swivel at the waist. He can look down really well. He can look up pretty, yeah, I would say that's pretty good. Side, and back to neutral. The wrist, you can go in, you can go really far out. And this is one of those where, like, if you actually take the peg and you turn it a certain way, then instead of doing like this, he can like bring it up or down. I kind of wish that they would start using a different peg, because I wish that I could have my hands just do any specific pose that may have to take the hand off and then like mess with it and then stick it back on. But who knows? Double jointed elbow. Also the hand does swivel, but yeah, double jointed elbow. You have the bicep swivel, which is, let me see if I can get this out of focus. Okay, bicep swivel, which is key in my opinion to a good figure. You do have the little shoulder cloth piece. You can raise it up a little bit and you can bring his arm up about that far. You can, let's see, you have a little bit of a butterfly. You can come out about here. You can go back just about where you were before and then bring it back down. Same on the other side. With the neck, you have about that way to the side, about that way to that side. Let me see if I can get a little bit more. No, that's about what I got out of this. And like I said, you get pretty good out of here. If you look up, this man's looking up. The only thing is you have a gap. But I guess you could disguise it by doing something like that. And his looking down without the face starting to come off. As you can see, it's already trying, but you can get about here. So, not bad. Obviously, swivels. Honestly, it feels smooth, and it doesn't feel. It feels loose without it feeling like it's gonna like flop back. Like if you do that, it's gonna flop a little bit. But like if I moved him up and then tried to get him to go down, not gonna happen unless I really give it some force. So I would say articulation. You're not getting anything like crazy spectacular, but you're getting everything really, really good. Like you're not getting the full splits that you would get out of one of these guys, where you can like really get a split going, like the good ankle swivels. You're not getting anything like that, but everything that you're getting pretty solid. Nothing feels bad. Nothing's too creaky or too loose that I'm like scared. So articulation, I would say, so a 5 is a neutral on my scale. 6 is like good. 7 is really good. 8 is like great. 9 is near perfect. 10 is perfect. I'm going to give this guy an 8 on the articulation. I think that he has great articulation without doing anything that's necessarily just out there crazy great. Like he's not doing anything that's just perfect. He's not the pinnacle of articulation, but he's good. I'm going to do some quick size comparisons. So this is the new body style Goku. I don't have a great place to sit them, but if I can show you, in fact, I might even lay them down and do a little adjustment here. No, that's not going to work. I don't have a ton of space, and I'm sorry about that, but to what I'm looking at, honestly, other than Goku's giant hair, they're almost shoulder to shoulder. And this is going to be an interesting one, because this is, if that was yin, this is yang. And size difference here, much different. The top of Frieza's head is about at his shoulder line. Another review is going to come for this guy too. I might do a double review, honestly, with those two, because they're pretty much meant to be a package deal. They should have just sold them as a set of 2. But those are a couple size comparisons. If you don't mind, if you want to just stick around for about an extra couple seconds here, I'm going to do a quick pose to send this review off well. And because I want this review to do well, I'm wanting to continue making these videos. The rust is there. I'm not used to like making SH Figuart review content. And it's different than opening cards or playing a game, but I'm enjoying myself. And I love Dragon Ball. I love the SH Figuarts line. I think that they do a good job. And I'm hoping to just continue doing this. Eventually maybe make even better videos. Right now we're working on, the budget that I have, and the budget I have is used to get the figures. So You'll have to forgive me, but that's what we're working with, guys. And I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Maybe we can grow this into something, you know, spectacular one of these days. But until then, you guys got me. And for what it's worth, I appreciate everybody who watches. So, almost got this guy ready. Let's set this up. Let's do a little something here. In fact, yeah, let's keep the box. Let's just keep the box. You know I had to do it to him. So, without further ado, let's get this shoulder piece fixed. We got to make sure he looks good. Without further ado, let's do further and send this guy off. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and tune in for the next Sh Figuarts Dragon Ball review. Hope you guys have a blessed day. Peace out, everybody.